We're live, ladies and gentlemen. We are. Man. We're live. Thinking of just to go, you know what I was thinking of doing today? Just sitting here. That was it. I was thinking of just sitting here. Just sitting here and just doing nothing for the next 2 hours until Katie Summers joins us for the news. So I was thinking of doing. Thinking of just sitting here and having those of you who watch the program and listen to the program just basically watch in silence and listen in silence. And I just sit here. Maybe I read a newspaper. I don't know. Maybe I'll read a book. I don't know. I was thinking of doing that. But then I decided, nah, we'll do some programming today. That's what I figured we'll do instead. So, what a day. You know when you just wake up and you just sit there and go, what a fucking day. And that's what it's becoming. Mornings are becoming just like, what a days. It's like, what a day. And there's always so much to talk about. There's always so much to get into. And it's just a matter of what is it that we're going to start with. Could it be what is going on in the world? Could it be what is going on with Rob Black? Or could it be going on with the porn community? That's always the $1,000,000 question of what we're going to touch on. So I think that we started to talk last night about. See, those of you who aren't with us during the night show, or those who don't know, we have a night show. We have a night show. We are currently in the process of kind of reformatting this program and trying to put together a new, I would call it a schedule. And what that is revamping and choreographing and putting together, oh God, new times, new sets, just everything, from the video blaster to all these fucking professional mics to shit like that. So while that is being done, and also, if those of you who don't know, and maybe you haven't been listening in a while, at 3:30 every day, Monica Foster, a.k.a. Alexandra, broadcasts from the RobBlackShow.com, from AdultFYI.com, and every other affiliate satellite there is. So she is part of the Rob Black Network, where she talks for about an hour and a half a day about all sorts of crazy stuff. And it's highly entertaining. It's highly, highly, highly informative. And if you've missed it, don't, and tune into it. And that comes on Monday through Fridays from 3:30 to about 5. So, if you missed it Monday and Tuesday, check it out today. So with all these new additions, I'm hoping that we can have the first Cripple Dan segment on Friday. I'm hoping that will go down. There's a bunch of these things, so it's a matter of putting together what time and when we're going to do the show. What we've been debating is taking out the night show and extending the day show and making it longer. So instead of going 3 hours in the morning and then off for 4 hours and then coming back at 8 o'clock and going from 8 to 10, we're thinking of just doing a longer noon show and extending it and making it a longer time. We haven't decided on that. And then doing a once a night or a once a week nighttime show that is kind of like a weekly wrap up, which would be on Friday. So we're wrestling with a bunch of different ideas. We're also wrestling with some ideas of having some guests. Yes, I know, you fucking heard that, guests. And when I say guests, people coming into the studio, engaging in conversation, and enlightening people. We're entertaining. We literally, if you guys could be here during a lot of these meetings, you would be amused. It's much kind of like the way when I had XPW and me and the Brain Trust, Kevin Kleinrock and White Trash Johnny Webb and Brian Katz, we would all kind of sit around and throw out some ideas, and it would be me going, and them going, no, that would be a good idea, and I'm like, really? And they're like, no, and I'm like, I'll try it, but if it sucks after 2 or 3 times, we're done, and I'm blaming you fuckers. So that's kind of how a lot of these meetings have been progressing. It's like, remember, fucking the 31st, which was Monday, was our anniversary. Monday was our anniversary. It was our 1-year anniversary of being on the air. It was our 1 year of doing the Raw Black show. So, of course, we want to start changing things up. You know, we want to make the second year of our program different than the first year. So, we already added Alexandra, Monica Foster, to the mix. We've already added a news segment with Katie Summers. So we're taking those steps into bringing different elements into the show. Now it's starting to evolve into getting some guests, and not just porn people, but actually mid-level B celebrity guests, like people you would see on like Sharknado and stupid shit like that. So it's evolving into those types of things, getting some bands, some local bands to actually come in and they play and blah blah blah, all that stuff. So it's definitely turning into, again, something that is evolving on a daily basis. So that's kind of what we've been wrestling with and putting together and fuck, you know, it's evolved a lot in a goddamn year. I'll tell you that. It's evolved a lot. I mean, we didn't even start a year ago with the night show. We originally only had the day show, and then it went to the night show. And then we originally didn't have the time that we do our show to now. We actually were around the time of Alexander's show, and then we put it at noon. I mean, we've constantly evolved this program into what it is. So, you know, it's ever changing. I know you can see people right now are going, wow, Rob is just enthralled by all of this. You know, it gets tiring sometimes. It does. It gets tiring of the talk of what we're doing and when we're doing it and how we're doing it and things of that nature. It does. It gets to the point where I wish things would just either be done already and be in its place, or I could just go to sleep, and when I wake up, it's there, it's done. And life, it's there. It's like, all right, let's start. But that's never how it is. So it gets, you know, you're just like, come on, man. Really? It's like, how much longer for this? You know, we've been working on the the Roku, and we've been working on those types of media for the last couple weeks, and it's just like it just seems like a never-ending issue. Now, one of the issues is that I don't feel that it's loading quick enough. And what I say by that is I don't believe that it's loading quick enough as far as when I compare it to any of the other Roku channels. And I hate that. I fucking hate that. It kills me. It fucking annoys the fuck out of me. And, you know, you get one answer from our server people, which is, you know, encode the videos at a smaller bit rate, but then you're going to have less quality. And I say to them, I just want the fucking thing that was the way it was done on the other fucking servers we had. But that can't be. So it's just a constant battle again with technology and not having a and not really having the you know, what the fuck, man. This is all internet. It's all you know, home Roku based technology and computer technology that's not like Hula. It's not like Netflix. We're not like these people on multi-billion-dollar networks. So it's kind of like doing everything with what we got and what's available to us. So it's like, but we're coming along. It's being put together, and I got to imagine that I would say tomorrow's afternoon show, you guys will see the video blaster in work. Like I said, it's working, but it's a matter of putting it together with what I want to do for the show. Video clips. So I've been making fucking video clips. Madon, what a fucking pain in the ass that is. So I've been making YouTube video clips. And when I say that, funny shit, stuff that we've been talking about. I've been putting together parody bits that me and Katie Summers has been doing at the house that are funny as fuck. So I've been doing all these things and putting it together. And like I've said before, it's just fucking one person. So, yeah, you know, like I say, I wish I could just wake up and it's all done. But it's not. It's not. So there you go. Changes are evolving and more things are coming. And I think we've been showing you all exactly what that is entailing. And I think we've gotten off to a really good start with Katie Summers' News Hour, the news that you can use, and of course the Monica Foster, aka Alexandra, program. And I need to get a graphic like her fucking face, like screaming, ah, so I can put on the window and you guys can see when that's coming up. Got to do that. I've been meaning to email her and tell her I need a graphic of her face, something of her face that I can fucking put up there and fucking know it. People will know that she's coming up. So I got to do that. God damn it, I got to do that. All right, it's the Rob Black Show. So there's your programming and show updates. I know some of you don't give a fuck. I know you just want to hear about AIDS, gonorrhea, syphilis, and Mike South. But every so I do got to chime in with just updates and give some plugs and tell you what's going on. Jesus Christ. And the last thing, we will have the second camera set up on this blaster. And like I said, we've got all these legitimate, real microphones that are now all over this fucking room. So we've got the other cameras, so you'll be able to see out into the parking lots, and B, when I was bitching about having a longer cord, we actually got a longer cord. So we'll actually be able to pick up one of the cameras and literally walk with it. I'll be able to walk around out there, and when I'm talking about taking a shit, I can show you the fucking size of the turd. Be able to really fucking really just be disgusting. So that will be nice. All right. So let's move on. A lot of little bullshit things that have come up in our process of talking about Mike South and the hypocrisy that is Mike South. And I want to give everybody a 411 on a couple of issues that we didn't get a resolution to. About a week and a half ago, I think, was it about a week and a half ago? We detailed about us wanting to go to the XRCO Awards show. And while we were talking about this, Tom Byron brought it to my attention that the industry, know nothing, do nothing, pathetic loser, Bill Margold, had been tweeting up a storm, as usual. I mean, he is a stalker of mine. I've never really encountered anybody that is just so much obsessed with me than Bill Margold. And when I say obsessed, I mean the guy is like a 60-something-year-old man who's just obsessed with me, literally obsessed. But he had tweeted And let me tell you exactly, but for word, what he said. And that was, let me get to it. I have it written down here. Hold on. Okay, on March 13th, Bill Margold tweeted, "Wonder if the Black Plague will allow Tom Byron out to play play away at XRCO 30 on Wednesday, April 16th. It'd be an honor to have him there." So we took Bill Margold up on that, ladies and gentlemen. We did. And we emailed Dirty Bob. Now, let me explain to everybody. We went to the XRCO website, and we did this segment of the show before I even knew this tweet was up there. Tom Byron actually, while it was going on, walked into the room and said, "You got to look at the tweet." And so I looked at it, and I laughed, and I said, "Oh, okay. It's kind of funny, but nonetheless." So we were reading the article on AVN, and this is how it all started. AVN ran an article about the XRCO award show and their upcoming ceremonies, and them looking for sponsorships and so forth and so on. Now, remember, ladies and gentlemen, you're talking about the XRCO award show, okay? Not talking about the AVN. We're not talking about XBiz. We're talking about something that desperately, okay, desperately needs anything. I mean, just needs anything. If you look at their website on down, I mean, we're not talking about a multi-million-dollar. We're not talking about a multi-million-dollar organization that is putting together a show. We're not talking about, you know, AVN who's having people go up to Las Vegas. You know, I mean, it's fucking XRCO. It's something that hasn't been relevant, or nobody's really gave a shit about since a guy by the name of Tim Conley and Adam Filmworld were still in the adult business and were actually out there promoting the show. And that is the last time the XRCO was really meaningful in the adult business. But nonetheless, we read the article about XRCO and AVN, and we did a whole press release, a whole talking points about it. And so we decided at that time that we wanted to sponsor the XRCO show. We then wanted to go to the XRCO show and broadcast the Rob Black show that night from the XRCO show. So what the game plan was that the XRCO would start at 8 p.m. Red carpet would start at 7 p.m. My program starts at 8 p.m. And what we intended and wanted to do was get a sponsorship. So if you go to the XRCO website, they have a bunch of banner posts on top of their headers. And they have subsequent room all over the site because it's not filled up. if you look at the top of the banners, you're talking about Axel Braun, you're talking about Evil Angel, you're talking about Wicked Pictures. And so we wanted to have a sponsorship, give them money, which we have, a bountiful, and then in turn have our name up on top alongside Axel Braun and Wicked and Evil Angel. We then wanted to have Tom Byron there with the camera crew, which would be one guy, and they would have a little place set up in a corner, a fucking little half a table something, and they could do interviews that would be live on the Rob Black Show. And the Rob Black Show would be interviewing and talking to people live on the air while the XRCO was going on. We then said we would have Katie Summers on the red carpet talking to people, kind of doing an E-entertainment. What are the girls wearing? Talking to all the stars, and generally bringing attention to the award show. So Tom Byron called Dirty Bob, emailed Dirty Bob in a long email explaining to him what we wanted to do. And we heard absolutely nothing from Dirty Bob. Nothing. And Tom Byron then called Bill Margold and said, Bill, here's what we want to do. Gave him a lengthy email, and Bill Margold's response was, call Mike Moss. That was basically it. Call Mike Moss. He didn't answer again any of the questions and any of the sponsorships or any of that stuff. It was call Mike Moss about getting some tickets for the XRCO Award Show. So that was Mr. Big Mouth, Bill Margold. And let me try to be more specific. Tom Byron, if you could please email me the Bill Margold response so I could get Bill Margold's direct response to your statement and telling him exactly what we wanted to do, because I want to be specific. Because what really burns my balls about the people in this business is that they all will say that Rob Black lies about this, Rob Black spreads misinformation about that, and yet they never will tell you what it is that I'm lying about, what it is that I'm spreading misinformation about. They will just throw insults and say, oh, I lied. But they don't specifically say what I'm lying about. And then they don't back up what I'm saying as a lie, throw it away, and then support the fact that they have that will dispute my lie. They don't do that. None of them do it. Bill Margold doesn't do it. Mike South doesn't do it. 2 or 3 of his anonymous loser fucking posters on his message board don't do it. Nobody will do it. And yet, I come on this show every fucking day, and I will tell you exactly the truth about the things that go on, whether it's email, whether it's a conversation, or rather it's behind the scenes of how it's supposed to and how it did go down. And I will back it up. And I will sit there and say, here is the fact. And if it's a theory, I will tell you, this is a theory I have based on supported facts. Ultimately, you have to decide if that theory is right based on these facts. But here are the facts, and here's the outcome, which is a theory. Nobody else in this business does that. The only thing they say is, Rob Black's a liar, he's full of shit. Okay, what am I a liar about, and what am I full of shit about? And we have a forum where we talk for 3, 4, 5 hours a day. We have open emails for anybody who wants to be a man and say, hi, I'm Axel Braun. Here are things that you said that are factually inaccurate, and here's the truth. And then I can go, hey, everybody, here's what was just said by Axel Braun. Or Bill Margold. Now, Bill Margold, and let me explain something to you about this fucking piece of shit. And that's what he is. And they don't like that I use this strong language, but when you walk like a piece of shit, you talk like a piece of shit, and you smell like a piece of shit, guess what? You're a piece of shit. I started this program about a year ago, and I challenged Bill Margold to come on for a debate. Never heard anything of it until about a month and a half later, when our late friend Tony Biner, aka Toby Dammit, came up to my office and said, Bill Margold will debate you, but he has ground rules. And I go, okay, first off, fuck him. And that ship has sailed about 2 months ago. Secondly, how the fuck can he have the audacity to come to me through you and say he'll debate me, but they're on his rules? Again, that's the way this business and the people that are in this business work. They're constantly full of shit, and they're constantly wrong. And when they're put on blast, they will weasel out of any responsibility. So, of course, there was no debate because Bill Margold wanted a whole set of rules. And it's like, asshole. If what I have said is categorically wrong and they're lies, come on here and tell everybody how it is a lie. Don't try to fucking spin shit and say I'm ugly and I'm a blowhard. Tell the world how I'm lying. That's all. If I said a lie about a specific topic and you know a fact that can be backed up, then tell everybody. Don't say that I'm a liar and I'm an asshole. Oh well, actually prove it. I've been able to prove 99.9% of the stuff I've talked about, and the other 0.% I've said are conclusions or opinions based off of fact. So the conclusion and opinion is not something that is a fact. It is my thesis based off of 4, 5, 6, or 7 facts. So, once again, we tell everybody we're going to go to the XRCO. Okay? We're going to go to the XRCO. That's what we're going to do. So, when Bill Margold, who posts a tweet, okay, Bill Margold posts a tweet saying, well, Rob Black, the Purge, let Tom Byron come to the award show to play. We'd really love to have him. Tom Byron emails Bill Margold with exactly like Bill Margold. We like to be accurate here on the show. Wonder if wonder if the Black Flag will allow Tom Byron out to play AA at the XRCO 30 on Wednesday, April 16th. Be an honor to have him there. Mike Moss didn't type that. Dirty Bob didn't type that. Bill Margold typed that. And Bill Margold's response after Tom Byron typed him a huge letter about giving him money, setting up a red carpet, presentation for the show, all of these things, Bill Margold's response is, feel free to contact Mike Moss. Oh, because he's the guy tweeting, calling Tom Byron basically a little bitch. That's basically what he did. Because when somebody says, well, so-and-so let you come out to play, that means you're a bitch. So that's what Bill Margold said. So as you see, when Bill Margold gets put on the spot, he defers. So now that's the response that Tom Byron gets. And then we wait for Dirty Bob. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Byron sent Dirty Bob this email. Was it about a week? I think it was about a week. Okay. So Dirty Bob responds. And again, I'm not going to insult or talk shit on the guy because he was going through a family drama. But he says to Tommy, sorry for the delay in responding. My dad died last week, and things have been crazy. He was in the hospital for 7 weeks. You can imagine how difficult it has been. He was 84. Okay, well, I am incredibly sorry for Dirty Bob that his father, for the past 7 weeks, has been in the hospital. I feel incredibly sorry for Dirty Bob that his father just died. But I feel, Dirty Bob, you should be very fortunate that you had a father live to be 84 years old. So, with that being said, you know, you gotta set the motherfucker up for not responding to somebody for over a week with some heartfelt shit like that. Gotta respect that. But then here comes the bullshit. You ready, guys? At this point, Tom, everything is pretty much filled up. Oh, me! Whoa, they're filled up. Since the club's new remodel and policies, we can't do tables there. And the red carpet is already overflowing with people. I really do appreciate your interest and past support. I always felt you were one of the good guys out there. Again, thanks. Maybe next year. How's that? How's that, guys? You like that? So, once again, it's kind of like Mike South when he talks about his OSHA inspectors and then calls me out and says, I have no money or he would bet me. And then I post up $200 and you don't hear anything from it. So Bill Margold, after all this big bluster and his big talk, okay, we put up and say, okay, we're going to go to the XRCO, but not only are we going to go, we're going to sponsor it. We're going to sponsor it. We're going to do the red carpet. We're going to have Tom Byron do interviews. That's what we're going to do. And the response we get is, sorry, we're all filled up. Maybe next year. once again, when you put these fucking people on blast, they punk out and bitch out. Because that's all they're good for, is running their fucking mouths. That's it. That's all they're good for, is running their mouths. Let me tell you something. Bill Margold is such a bitch, okay? You put a fucking camera in front of his face and you have me walk up to him, you will watch him stumble, mumble, and sit there and fucking trip on his dick trying to fucking speak. Bill Margold wouldn't know what to fucking do to fucking dispute any of the bullshit lies he fucking comes up with. And he calls me fucking names and says I'm a fucking liar, I'm an asshole. Really? So we tell Bill Margold starts this entire process on the 16th and tells everybody that Tom Byron's a bitch. And he'd love to have Tom Byron at the XRCO show if Rob Black would let him. So Tom Byron writes Bill Margold and says, hey, Bill, this is what we want to do. And on top of that, we want to give you some of these. See these, Bill? We want to give you some of these things, these fazzoles. These are fazzoles. That's what we want. Some beaners. That's what we want it. We want to give you these. And I know how much the sponsorship is there, and it ain't that much, motherfucker. So we want to give you some of these. Okay? These fazzoles. See these? These are fazzoles. That's what we want to give you, motherfucker. Now, Tom Byron says, we want to give you some fazzoles. We want to do some interviewing. We want to do some fucking exciting things. And what's Bill Margold's response because he put on blast? Call Mike Moss. Tom Byron goes, whoa, wait a minute. You're the one that's calling me a bitch. Why am I got to call Mike Moss and go, Mike Moss, can you put me and Katie Summers on the guest list? That's not what I asked you, Bill Margold. What I asked you was, we've got some fazzoles, we want to be sponsors, and we want to do some cool, interesting things at the XRCO. That's what we want. And once again, bitch boy Bill Margold's response is, call Mike Moss. That's a fucking man, isn't he? Bill Margold, what a fucking man. What a manly man. Now, I know he listens to my show every day. Tony Biner told us that. And somehow he will dismiss everything that I'm saying as I'm a liar now. Even as I'm reading I'm fucking reading emails and telling you fucking facts. And Bill Margold will still tell you I'm lying. I'm telling you guys, that's the business. Those of you who listen to me that aren't part of the business, this is why. This is why I talk shit on this business. Because you have people like Bill Margold that are running around. They're still alive, breathing. And we'll go to the Dirty Bob email. As a response to Tom Byron's email saying everything we want to do. After he sets Tom Byron up with his 84-year-old dad died, 84 years old, I pray to Jesus Christ that I can live till I'm 84. Seriously. I pray to Jesus Christ that I can live till I'm fucking 84 years old. My own. But after telling Tom Byron his family drama as to why he couldn't contact Tom Byron in a fucking email, just to go, buh, 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 buh. And I guarantee you, every single one of you people out there, that during this time, Dirty Bob communicated with other people. You didn't tell me that Dirty Bob never communicated. He did not respond to Tom Byron for almost a week. So you're going to tell me Dirty Bob didn't respond to anybody for that entire time? Bullshit. Come on. Fucking bullshit. So after he sets Tom Byron up with that family history, what does he say? At this point, everything is pretty much filled up. Fucking, that's ABN XRCO, you know? When you guys go to fucking, when you are ABN and XBiz, when you guys go to XRCO, you're going to take a look and go, wow, really filled up? So you couldn't use any of these? Couldn't use any fazols? Really? You couldn't have, really? You couldn't have, really? So they hit you a week ago, and it's 3 weeks out. You couldn't have used a couple of these? Really? Really, you lying cunt? So you guys just want to put people on blast, and then when they step up, you want to fucking lie? So Dirty Bob, you don't have the balls to say, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to let you guys on the fucking show? Sorry, I'm not going to let you participate in the XRCO, even though Bill Margold put you on blast, and when you guys stepped up to make him look like a punk bitch, I have to now look like an equally punk bitch and make up a fucking lie and say, at this point, everything's pretty much filled up. And since the club's new remodel and policies, we can't do tables there. And the red carpet is already overflowing with people. So the red carpet's already overflowing with people. So Tom Byron and one other person is going to be the thing that makes the Noah's Ark explode. Really? Really? Really, Dirty Bob and Bill Margold? Really? Really? I really do appreciate your interest, Tom Byron, and past support. I always felt you were one of the good guys out there. Again, thanks. Maybe next year. So that, to me, my friends, is a direct contradiction to Bill Margold's fucking big mouth. And then Bill Margold's big mouth pushed it off to Mike Moss. But yet, on the 16th, Bill Margold made sure that he tweeted a couple of his fucking minions out there. Hey, everybody, if the Black Plague will allow Tom Byron out to play AA at XRCO 30 on Wednesday, April 16th, it'd be an honor to have him there. So basically, oh, I'm sorry, it's the 13th. So on the 13th, Bill Margold says, hey, Tom Byron, you bitch. You think your master will let you come out and play at the XRCO? And Tom Byron hits Bill Margold and says, hey, Bill, not only will my master let me come out and play, but my master's going to bring me to give you some fazols. Right here. Some fucking beaners. Some beaners, motherfucker. And your response is, you better call Mike Moss. And then that turns into Dirty Bob saying, hey, sorry I couldn't get a hold of you. My dad died. I didn't talk to anybody for a fucking week. My entire life shut down because my 84-year-old father, who's been sick for 7 weeks, has been in the hospital, so I can't talk to a fucking soul. But now that he's dead, I can now talk. And sorry, we're all filled up. And the red carpet's too booked up. Maybe next year. I know, I'm the fucking asshole, right? I'm the liar. I'm the guy that doesn't fucking back anything up. I'm the guy that makes up everything. I'm the evil man. Are you guys fucking serious? When one of these motherfuckers can back up anything that they're saying with truth, logic, and reason, I'm all ears. But they don't. They never will. And instead, you'll get Bill Margold to literally lie and talk about shit that he has no idea what he's saying. Seriously. Seriously. Again, listen, the guy is just an obsessed, listen to this, on the 21st, Superman, a.k.a. Rob Black, just can't crank out the misinformation fast enough and needs some serious intervention. But does anybody care? Well, first off, Bill Margold, you're tweeting about it, so apparently you care, fuckstick, which makes everybody laugh. And secondly, I'll put you on blast. What misinformation? What misinformation are we blasting out that we need intervention for? Once again, I'm all ears, Bill Margold. We have email addresses, okay? We have email addresses. Post in an email all of this misinformation, everything that we're lying about, print it out, and we'll read it on the air, asshole. Or come on down to the studio, 6632 Lancashire Boulevard, Margold, and we'll let you sit here. We'll let you sit right here in this fucking chair, you fucking decrepit fuck. We'll let you sit here in this chair, and we'll put a laptop on your lap, and you could go through every single post we do and tell the world where the misinformation is, where the lies are. Again, Bill, if you're going to say that what we say on this website is misinformation and lies, tell the world what they are. Seriously. Would you please tell us, Bill? You seem to be writing and tweeting constantly, and it's quite amusing. But again, Superman, a.k.a. Rob Black, just can't crank out the misinformation fast enough, and he needs some serious intervention. But does anyone care? Once again, Bill Margold, you care because you're talking about, in the month of March, ladies and gentlemen, let me say to you, Bill Margold tweeted about me, 7, 8, 9. 9 times. So, if Bill Margold doesn't care about me, why would you tweet about somebody 9 times? How does he defend that? He won't defend that. He can't defend himself. He's a jerk off. He really is, man. Guys, seriously. The guy is a fucking jerk off. How do you fucking sit there and say that, how do you, this 9 times the guy tweets about me. So there's 30% of his fucking Twitter feed is devoted to me for the month of March. 30%. Guys, seriously, does anybody comprehend this? Or is it just me? Or am I lying again? Is that what it is? I'm lying again. Rob Black is Lying again. Again. Okay? Again. We're going to say this another way. Superman, a.k.a. Rob Black, just can't crank out the misinformation fast enough and needs some serious intervention. But does anyone care? Bill Margold, you tweet about me 9 times. So if nobody cares, you're the only one that does. Bill Margold, nobody cares about us except you. How is that for a fucking game changer? No one cares about us except you because you're tweeting about us 9 times in the month of March. And you're tweeting about stories we're writing, which means you're reading the stories. If this isn't the Howard Stern movie where they talk about the percentage of people that despise Howard Stern but listen to him religiously every day so they can hear what he says next, I don't know what is. So Bill Margold claims no one cares about us. We're fucking assholes. But yet, 9 times for the month of March, he tweets about us, and he's commenting about the stories that we write. So Bill Margold hates us. Bill Margold says no one cares about us, except Bill Margold. Bill Margold is the only guy that cares about us and watches and listens and reads about us because he's the only guy that's tweeting 9 times a month about us and commenting about our fucking posts. Can this guy be any more retarded? But I know I'm an asshole. He'll just come up with again. I would just challenge that. Does anybody even see this idiot? Does anybody ever see this fucking moron except as some worthless piece of shit show like the XRCO once a year? Seriously, does anybody ever fucking see this asshole? Does he ever show up at any real event? And I'm not talking about some fucking stripper bowling or some fucking porn star blowjob karaoke. I'm saying at like an internet show, like an XBiz fucking, novelty expo. Does Bill Margold even show up and walk around and go, Hi, Ron Braverman. I'm Bill Margold. How are you? Hi, Susan Cohen. I'm Bill Margold. Nice to meet you. I think we could do business together because I have Pa, and about 18 years ago, I started the initial testing agency with Sharon Mitchell. But somehow, I lasted for about a month, and Sharon Mitchell wound up running the entire thing, creating a testing environment and creating a safe place for performers to coexist in. But hey, I was responsible for that, for I think about a week. Again, the only claim to fame is this guy saying that he was part of the original testing procedures. But what? It's like he sat in a room with Sharon Mitchell and said, kid, we should be testing these kids. And he went, yeah. And he went, there's my contribution. And then a whole bunch of people did the work. And then Bill Margold fucking runs around and says he did all this stuff. Again, a man who does what? What does Bill Margold do? What does he do except tweet about Rob Black every fucking day? I'm sorry, like every 3 days. You ready for this? Listen to this. 16th, No, it goes like this, you guys. This is an obsessed motherfucker. The 6th, the 8th, the 13th, the 16th, the 21st, the 25th, the 27th, the 29th, the 30th. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine if a guy tweeted about a girl and talked like this about a girl 9 times a fucking month? Can you imagine if I sat there and every fucking 3 days, and the funny thing is, it's more disturbing because we're on 5 days a week. So the guy takes the weekends off. So basically, he just sits there in his fucking dumpy fucking, I don't even know where he is, in his apartment. And this guy actually has the audacity to go, the next time that Superman looks out the window of his depressing rat hole, he would be doing XXX and himself a big favor by jumping. It's like, really, dude? You're that obsessed, but yet we don't mean anything? Really? Really, bro? Really? Yeah, again, could you imagine, okay? Could you imagine if I sat here, what would the fucking world think? If I just sat here and on the 6th, only value Jessica Drake eulogy will have is if it haphazardly is scratched on a roll of toilet paper, so at least it can be put to practical use. Think about that. I wonder if Jessica Drake will allow Brad Armstrong out to play and go to lunch with me on April 16th. It'd be an honor to hang out with Brad. Stupid girl Jessica Drake just can't crank out the misinformation on her college tours fast enough, and she needs some serious intervention, but does anyone care? The next time stupid Jessica Drake looks out the window of her depressing rat hole, she would be doing XXL and herself a big favor by jumping. Tragic, stupid girl Jessica Drake got to the gossip table late regarding Franklin Preckerwood being outed by Little Man. Sloppy thirds, anyone? I got to wonder if AFI's repellent Jessica Drake has the right to frivolously display the logo from the Sons of Anarchy in his dreams. Latest paranoid psychotic rantings of adult FYI's Jessica Drake about Tritch are grounds for comment in committed papers. Wonder if the ASPCA is room. I mean, think about how psychotic that would sound for 9 tweets about Jessica Drake. I literally think the entire industry would be calling me, going, all right, Rob, seriously, bro, we get it. We get it. But right now you're sounding borderline dangerous, bro. And we all went back through the email, through your text and through your tweets, and it says that you have tweeted about Jessica over 300 times. Bro, she's getting a restraining order on you. Seriously, you need to stop this. I mean, that's what it would be. Could you imagine if I sat here and tweeted about a girl 9 times a month? I mean, it's obvious that I would be knowing everything Jessica's doing. Jessica, I seen you on your lecture tour, UC Santa Barbara. What you said was stupid. And people be like, yo, bro, did you go? Yeah, I did. Oh, okay. Fucking Bill Markle is literally listening to me and reading everything we say and then tweeting about it. That's fucking scary, man. The guy's fucking scary. And when he's put on blast, just like any fucking stalker, what happens is they run and hide. And that's basically what Bill Margold did. He ran and hide. He fucking ran and hide. That's Bill Margold. Bill Margold's new name is Run and Hide. That's it. Tom Byron gives him a huge email about giving them money, about sponsorships, about broadcasting from the red carpet, from doing all these things. And Bill Margold's response is call Mike Moss. Because Mike Moss is the one that's tweeting about us. Yeah. Mike Moss is the one that's tweeting about Rob Black and Tom Byron. Yeah, Mike Moss, the last time I didn't know Mike Moss called Tom Byron a bitch. I didn't know that. I think it was Bill Margold that said in a tweet, hey, Tom Byron, do you think your master will let you come out to the XRCO Awards? And then after Bill Margold pawns it off to Mike Moss, Dirty Bob just pawns it off on basically just being busy. The XRCO is such a busy show, and there's so many high rollers involved in the website and in the production of the program that guess what? They don't even have any room now. Can you believe that? They don't even have any fucking room, man. Okay? That is how popular XRCO is. They don't even have any fucking room. They don't have room now. They're flush with cash. They're flush with cash. And they have no room. And here's the best part. The Scow Girlfriend Films banner is new. And so is Jules Jordan. That's new. So, Dirty Bob and Bill Margold, you're two liars. You're fucking scumbags, okay? We put you on blast, and you got it shoved right up your ass. Because, once again, when we were talking about this, and when we were at this website, Scow for Girlfriend Films, that banner wasn't up there, motherfucker. It wasn't up there. So apparently, Dirty Bob must have done business while he was on his sabbatical, because Scow for Girlfriend Films was not fucking up there. Okay, Dirty Bob and Bill Margold, again, you can't dispute that. Call me a fucking scumbag, call me a jerk off, say no one listens to me. But Dirty Bob, you're a fucking liar, and Bill Margold, you're a fucking liar. Scow and Girlfriend Films were not up on your XRCO.com website when we did this bit. They were not fucking there. We emailed you that day about sponsorship, you lying cocksuckers. You're fucking liars. You are fucking liars. And we will go back on the fucking tapes and we will read who was up there because we read it, you fucks. We read Pipeline, which is Roger T. Pipe. We read Axel Braun Productions. We read all that. And fucking Scow from Girlfriend Films was not up there, motherfucker. Once again, You fucking people are disgusting. Okay? You fucking people are disgusting. You don't even have the fucking balls. Okay? That's the thing about you guys. You don't even have the balls to say, we don't like what you say, and we don't want you at our show. Even though we call you out to try to make you look like punks, when push comes to shove, we're the fucking punks. You don't even have the balls to say that. Dirty Bob, fuck you. You're a piece of shit. Bill Margold, everybody knows you're a piece of shit. You're a fucking stalker, and you're obsessed with me. And the best part is when you put motherfuckers on blast and you try to go to war with them, you should be prepared to get it shoved up your ass like you just did. Because this motherfucker was not on this website when we inquired about being a sponsor. So you motherfuckers, you are lying motherfuckers. Dirty Bob, you're a fucking liar. You're a piece of shit. You're a fucking piece of shit. You're a punk. That's what you are. Okay? All booked up. Sorry. Take a look at the xrco.com website. Yeah, they're all booked up. Fucking website, it looks like the biggest piece of shit in the world. And they can't fucking put no more banners anywhere, really? Oh. Once again, motherfucker, Scowl was not there when we talked about this, Dirty Bob. So you added Scowl after. So you are a liar. Bill Margold, you are a fucking liar. Plain and simple. Liars. Saying it again. You put motherfuckers on blast, and Bill Margold pawns it off to fucking Mike Moss, and then Dirty Bob's exact words are, sorry I didn't get back to you for 7 days, had a family emergency. But at this point, everything's pretty much filled up. And since the club's new and remodeled and the policies that are which, we can't do tables there. And the red carpet is already overflowing with people. I really do appreciate your interest and past support. I always felt you were one of the good guys out there. Again, thanks. Maybe next year. Fuck you, Dirty Bob, and fuck you, Bill Margold. You both were just fucking put in your place. Go ahead, call me names all you want, but you're wrong. Okay? At least when I call people names, it's off of me proving that you people are wrong. So I sit there and I call you out and I say you're a liar, and then I follow it up with you're a piece of shit. You assholes just say Rob Black's a piece of shit. End of story. Twitter. End of story. Statement. And when somebody goes, well, why is Rob Black a piece of shit? You can't seem to fucking say why. Except Bill Margold says that our website's full of shit. Bill, where is it full of shit? Here's your fucking chair, asshole. Come on in, sit down, and dispute every fucking thing we've ever said on the website. Go ahead. Come on, asshole. I just caught you guys on your XRCO bullshit. What's your excuse on that? Come on, what's your excuse on that? What's your excuse on that? You don't have one because you got caught. Fucking assholes. It's the Rob Black Show. We're going to fucking take a break. And when we come back, we're going to... telling you, man, you fucking people are just pieces of shit. Really. it's just amazing at how much just how much you guys are fucking such fucking scumbags. Really. Anyways, it's the Rob Black Show, and when we come back, we will talk about some other pieces of shit. Our favorite piece of shit, Mike South. And you can't get any more of a piece of shit than him. And then we'll be joined by fucking Katie Summers, the beautiful Katie Summers. The most beautiful girl in the world to me. The most beautiful girl in the world to me. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. That's what I'd like to see. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. All right, it's the Rob Black Show. We'll be back, and in praise of Mike South and his statement yesterday, because I fucked up yesterday when I played a bit, and it was the Chris Christie scandal. It's not the Chris Christie scandal. It's the Christian Man story. So here's a tribute to Mike South, who says, I guess I'm Chris Mann's friend, and I'm waiting for Chris Mann to send me money or something, because I guess I don't talk about Chris Mann. I remember, guys, that's the death dollar. But anyways, it's Chris Mann and the Mike South story, and the fact that he's a jerk off. All right, it's great, awesome. We'll be back after these words. These words. And go to adultfyi.com, because there is a new story by Tom Byron up there. And of course, don't forget, Bill Margold won't read it. Because we have lies and misinformation. He won't tell anybody what those lies and misinformation are. But don't forget, Mike South and Bill Margold, that nobody watches, reads the site, nothing. It's just nobody, nothing. It's fucking dead. Because Mike South has an Alexa rating. We'll be back, and in praise of, so go to the website, and you guys will love the story about Mike South. It's all about him. Go to it. And we'll be right back after these Chris Mann words. Here we go. Chris Mann, everybody's favorite cocksucker. During the break last night, or I should say before the break last night, I asked Tom Byron for a Chris Mann update. And I didn't ask Tom Byron for a Chris Mann update. Now, hey, Tom Byron, do you have a Chris Mann update for today? I know when I leave, you guys get pissed off at me. So, I mean, hold on. Area, so like they can follow me when I'm walking around. Am I wrong or right, guys? Technically, we should have a camera out there, so when I walk out of studio, you guys would see me, and then you'd have a camera in a jerk off Byron's office, Nothing yet. So you would have a camera in jerk off Byron's office, and then we talked about having a camera outside, but we can't even get that stupid sound program with this fucking mixer that was fucking useless. So that's another story. So I asked Tom Byron, I said, I need the newest Chris Mann update. And I said, I want to know where this gallivanting jerk off is. I want to know why the son of a bitch, who's not dealing with the hepatitis C, he's not dealing with free speech, he's not dealing with past, he's not dealing with any positions. I want to know what the fuck is going on. So we've been tracking him with the drone. And during the right before I went to bed, Tom Byron, I said, give me the fucking news on Chris Mann. I said, when you come back from a break, I want to tell everybody where he is. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you, he was at the Monday Night Football game, and he was the reason that Aaron Rodgers hurt himself, and he's out. And that's where Chris Mann was, instead of attending to adult business. And now, guys, as a political strategist, as a political maneuver, what I'm going to talk about is something that a political strategist would say, Rob, don't even talk about it. You're going to bring empathy. That's what you're going to bring right now. That's what you're going to bring. And when you're creating a campaign of truth, and you are showing people the real truth, you don't want anything to cloud their vision of what they're seeing. And I said, but I am an honest to God, 100% real individual, and I have to 100%, without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, share with my audience all of my inner thoughts, all of my feelings, everything. And so, as I would talk to my political advisors, all of them. But instead, last night, I'm listening to Tom Byron tell me about the Christian Mann death tour. You remember a long time ago, Michael Jackson had a thing called the Victory Tour. Well, Christian Mann has what's called the Death Tour. So I said, explain to me, Tom Byron, the Death Tour. I don't know what the Death Tour is. And he said, okay. He goes, now, you know, I was talking to Christian when we had the lunches, and he would tell me, you know, can Rob basically stop talking about us? And I said, yes, he goes. He explained to me that his whole cancer outlook. And he goes, the process was he was going in for one last surgery, and they were removing the final wave of the cancer. He was then having one last chemo bout from that, and then he was good, and he was a new lease on life. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, well, that all happened, and then life was fine. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, and now in the last 3 weeks, he's gone to play to Monday Night Football games. He had to go to London. He goes, he's just been traveling nonstop. And I go, okay. And he goes, and now, today, the report from the drone is that he's at the USC medical clinic getting a bout of chemo. And I said, and your fucking point? And he goes, well, that all goes against everything that I was told and what we were all told. And he goes, so I would assume that the cancer is,
Jesus, this is old.
That.
Maine gets old. First off, it's from when the camera was there, and I would talk here and face there. Secondly, it's during football season, so that was, Jesus. That was fucking wow, I had long hair. I had a fucking ponytail. Jesus Christ. And I was still fucking smoking weed and shit like that. So that's old. And that just shows you Chris Mann is still fucking trudging along. That fucker still hasn't died yet, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. He's still fucking trudging along, man. He's not dead yet. God damn. That's some. I hope when the day comes, because I'm sure the day will come, that I get riddled with fucking cancer. I hope I get some of that fucking Chris Mann cancer. You know, that type of cancer that you just don't die from. That's always the best. That's the best cancer to get, and the John Staliano AIDS is the best to get, because Staliano has the AIDS that you don't die from, and you can still fuck girls with, and Christian Mann's got that cancer where you gain weight. Because if you look at Chris Mann, it's like he fucking weighs like 250, beard. He's like a bear in a fucking Falcon movie, for Christ's sakes. And Stagliano, that motherfucker, he just fucking sticking dildos in girls' assholes. You got him on camera sticking his fucking dick in girls' butt cheeks. What do you think he's doing what do you think he was doing with Joey Silveira in Brazil? Trust me, if the motherfucker is up here doing the shit that he does, what the fuck do you think he's doing in fucking Brazil? Okay? You don't sit there and go to fucking Brazil when you're HIV positive and nobody knows what you're doing and you're around a bunch of other HIV AIDS motherfuckers. Please. John Staliano is spreading that fucking AIDS virus all over the place. And him with other AIDS-infested trannies together, they're creating super AIDS. I feel bad for our fucking Olympic athletes, because in 2 years, they're having the Summer Games in Brazil, and by that time, after Stagliano's been there for these past 2 years, and the amount of super AIDS that are going around, these motherfuckers get breathed on, and they'll have some fucking Brazilian super AIDS. We're going to have a fucking whole Olympic fucking track team running. You're going to see them going, coughing blood up. Fuck, you'll be hearing reports, failing blood tests because they're blood doping. They're going to be failing blood tests because their T-cell count's down to like 2. They'll be like, dude, you can't compete. You got like a 2 T-cell count. Fuck. Dangerous, man. Dangerous. Fucking danger. Anyways, I wanted to talk about something for the next 23 minutes until the beautiful and lovely Katie Summers joins us. And as we like to call Mike South, Mr. Subterfuge. And if you guys go to Mike South's site, you will see what we're talking about when it comes to subterfuge. This man, and he doesn't even do a good job at it. It's kind of pathetic about how he does it, because it opens himself up to just more scrutiny. But I know in his mind, it somehow gets people off the fact that he's the most dangerous man in porn. Seriously, it does. It basically gets people away from him being the most dangerous man in porn. So it's interesting, the concepts
that he has in his mind, and how when he does the things that he does, how it will take away the scrutiny of him being so fucking dangerous. But hey, I guess somebody in his camp taught him that this was the route to go with getting people away from the issues at hand. So yesterday, Hillbilly Boy does a post, and what I've noticed about Hillbilly is if you go on over to the Hillbilly site, it's like all he's doing is like putting press releases up. I mean, literally, I'm looking at Hillbilly, and he's putting up press releases. It's like, how many things can I get up on this site to get people to talk about other than the fact that I'm the most dangerous man in fucking porn? And I don't know if Tom Byron is working on this story yet, but last week at one point we did a bit on the show about talent not working for Mike South ever again. And if talent does work for Mike South, they are to be banned from working for any legitimate adult companies up in here, the Valley in Los Angeles. So we're actually working on that story. If we're not working on that story, I could possibly recap that tonight. But regardless, if you go to Hillbilly Boy's site, the most dangerous man in porn, and that's what he is. He's the most dangerous man in porn. What you will see is subterfuge. And again, if Hillbilly Boy can put up enough stories and he can get people's attention drawn away from the fact that he's the most dangerous man in porn, that benefits him. So in turn, what he does is he puts up press releases. And it's funny because the very people that he claims he's better than, meaning the other websites, or as he would say, the lesser sites. So AVN, XBiz, Us, all of these sites are beneath him. And we'll get to his rating system. But if everybody is so inept and everybody has nothing good to say and they just churn out press release after press release, and once again, you can find on the Mike South website where he's actually made posts, where he's challenged all the other sites into actually doing something creative and not just blasting press release after press release. You take a look at Mike South's site today, and what he has up there are cut and paste stories. One being a cut and paste story from a San Francisco newspaper about kink, and the other is a press release from Talent Testing Services that currently is on XBiz and is currently on AVN. And they had the information up before Mike South put the information up. So Mike South posted a press release later than AVN and XBiz. But yet, he is the authority and is the #1 news source and the #1 blog and the #1 this and the #1 that. He's the #1 piece of shit. That's what he is. And once again, as much as everybody hates us and as much shit as everybody talks on us, I fucking defy
Mike South or anybody else to go through our history in the last 4 months, the last 4 fucking months, and find me when we have written a press release that wasn't Axel Braun, I think 1 time or maybe twice, and Jeff Mullen 1 time. Find me. And those were done out of pure favor. Those are done out of pure friendship. Those are done out of pure straight up, I'm going to do this for you because you're my fucking boy. You can't. But again, nobody will ever give us any credit. They'll just lie about us and say we're useless and we're liars and we're this and we're that. But yet, we're not the ones that are sitting and putting up press releases. Again, when have you seen us put press releases up? When have you seen us do cut and paste stories? We don't. Sorry. Maybe you guys have been gone for a while. We don't do that shit no more. You haven't seen a fucking story of a cut and paste of a hot for top teacher or anything like that in a very long time. We don't do that. The only shit we put up on that site is stuff that people would actually want to read. That's it. That literally is it. We don't post things just to post things. We put stuff up on our site that has merit. We put stuff up on our site that is entertaining. We put stuff up on the site that is informative. We put stuff up on the site that we feel people would like to read or watch. We don't put up talent testing service press releases that AVN and XBiz do. We don't cut and paste news articles from San Francisco. We just don't do it. We don't cut and paste assembly member Hall's measure to require condoms in adult films to be heard in assembly, labor, and employment committees. Literally, Mike South has 3 posts to try to create subterfuge. 3 posts. 1 press release, talent testing services. 1 cut and paste article from a San Francisco newspaper. 3, a fucking cut and paste press release from Isadora Hall's office. That's it. Those are his last 3 posts. That is the most looked at website according to Mike South and his Alexa rating. He's a liar. He's completely full of shit. And once again, I challenge him right now, which he will not take up. I will put my server stats and my Google Analytics of the month of March, because we just got done with March, against Mike South's server stats and Google Analytics for his month of March. Oh, he won't do Google Analytics because he doesn't do Google Analytics. And he won't put his server stats up because he knows our numbers are better. And once again, trust me, Mike South won't take this challenge up, just like he wouldn't take the challenge up that I put on my Twitter. He challenged me about his OSHA inspector's name and badge number and said, well, he would if I had any money to take up the bet. And we put up fazzoles. Okay? We put up fazzoles. That's what we posted. And of course, since we posted pictures of the money, he hasn't responded. And we will fucking go I would say double or nothing, but he hasn't even fucking paid us our fucking $200 from our first bet that he's lost. So I will bet him another $200 that our server stats at Google Analytics is better for the month of March that just happened than his. End of story. I guarantee you, and I bet you, okay? I bet you, motherfuckers, very simply, and I say it with great confidence, I guarantee you our visits are more than Mike South. I guarantee you our uniques are more than Mike South. I guarantee you our page views are more than Mike South. I guarantee you our page visits are more than Mike South. I guarantee you our average visit duration is more than Mike South. I guarantee you our bounce rate is more than Mike South, and I guarantee you our new visits are more than Mike South. I'm looking at our stats right here. Mike South bases his stats off of a fucking system that can be fucking jerry fucking rigged. Okay? And anybody that's in the web game knows that the Alexa rating is shit. There's a whole process that has to go in to being part of the Alexa ratings, and what you have to put on your sites, and how you can rig it. Everybody knows this. And this is me talking, and I'm better than 2 other websites that everybody fucking talks about. And yet, I don't crow about it. I don't care about it because it means nothing. The only thing that matters is your fucking web stats and what your server fucking numbers say and your Google Analytics say. That's it. When you look at your visits in the month and you look at your uniques in the month, that's all that fucking matters. This Alexa rating is shit. It is all fucking jerry-rigged, and everybody knows that. And that is the last post that Mike South has done. So Mike South has managed to fucking post nothing but bullshit to get away from the fact that the guy, okay, that the guy is unsafe, the guy is a liar, and the guy has no credibility. And he actually goes and posts in his little comment section to his little Mark bitch, one of his little fucking anonymous posters, which is him or the other website owner, the Lurking Reader asshole. The Lurking Reader will set him up with stuff, and Mike South actually tells this person, or tells himself, which is quite amusing to me, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously. It's so beyond amusing to me, because Mike South actually says, and I'm telling you, the guy just, how he lies and how he's able to just say things. He goes, the bottom line, people know Rob is a moron and will make things up. But when at that, Rob has four times the traffic that 3 and 4 do, and I have 10 times the traffic Rob does. Mike South, you're a liar. Once again, I'm a moron and I make things up? Seriously, is that just not the craziest shit you've ever heard? And the fact that Mike South has 10 times the traffic we do? Mike South, you're a fucking liar, bro. You're a fucking bold-faced liar. Once again, Mike South, put your fucking money where your mouth is again. And you won't pay up again. Put your fucking server stats and fucking Google Analytics against ours. I'm looking at ours right now. Mike South, if you have 10 times the traffic we have, asshole, that you would be living in a fucking $10 million mansion, fuckstick. Okay? All right? Seriously, bro. Because we are in, as far as traffic, with visits in 6 figures. So if you are 10 times 6 figures, that means you have 1 million visitors. You have over 1 million visitors a month. You're a fucking liar, asshole. You're a fucking liar. I'm looking at our server stats now. Okay, we are in the 6 figures. That's what we are for visits. We are in the 6 figures. So if you're 10 times the traffic, Mike South, you're got 1.5 million visitors a month. Really? Really, Mike South? You got 1.4 million visitors? Really, Mike South? You're a fucking fraud liar. You're a fucking fraud liar, you fuck. You are a fucking fraud liar. You fucking asshole. That's what you are. You are a fucking fraud fucking liar. And you say I make things up? Once again, Mike South, challenge me for the things that we say on our website and pick apart everything we say that's a lie. You won't do it because what we say on the site is not a lie, you fucking fraud. You're a fraud. Take your fucking Alexa rating and wipe your fucking dirty asshole with it, you fucking punk, you fucking fraud. And take your fucking bitch-ass anonymous posters, your fucking lurking reader, your Tim Tritch, your fucking M.H. Harris, you're these fucking bullshit phony punks. Take all your fucking supporters and have them eat the corn out of your fucking shit as they fucking defend you, which makes them look so retarded because you're a fraud. You're a fucking phony. Put your server stats in Google Analytics up against us, asshole. If you got 10 times the traffic, you would be fucking retired, you fucking fuckstick. If you were doing 1.4 million visits a month, asshole, you would be fucking retired. Okay? You would be retired. You're not, Mike South. You are a bitch. You are a liar. And you fucking say that we lie? And are you fucking serious? Once again, the Alexa rating is a phony bullshit matrix that anybody that knows anything about the web can fucking manipulate and maneuver. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And especially when you're talking about Mike South and all of his web knowledge and 2 of the people that work with him on a regular basis and talk to him about web stuff. One of these people talked with me. One of these people helped me put Google Analytics on our site. Again, Mike South is a fucking lying piece of shit. And when you look at his site, you are nothing more than looking at more and more lies. Everything on his site are lies. Okay? And then the best part is, Mike South, when he compares his site to all these other sites, he leaves out AVN and XBiz. And yet, he constantly fucking crows how his site's better than theirs. But yet, they're better than him in this Alexa rating. And he actually had his own people going, well, but their ratings are going down. But listen, I don't give a fuck if their ratings are in the shithouse. According to Mike South and his Bible of what websites are popular, AVN and XBiz do better than Mike South. So that means then more people are going to XBiz and AVN than Mike South. Oh, well, no, because the way their sites, everything and everybody that supports Mike South always has an explanation of Mike South's flaws. So if Mike South steps in a pile of dog shit and throws it on somebody, his supporters and Mike South come up with a reason why that was acceptable. If Mike South loses the race, him and his supporters will come up with why he really won the race. Mike South is the worst type of human being that walks. And the people that support him, the three of them, are the worst types of people because they're the ones that are denied. I wouldn't be surprised if they're a bunch of fucking Bible thumpers. The type of people that fucking deny fucking evolution. And go, now, this little invisible man went, poof, and we got Earth. Literally. You have Mike South doing fucking press releases. So Mike South is the #1 blog site, #1 website about porn, and he sits there and puts up press releases like XBiz and ABN do. And they put up the exact same press release. I'm literally sitting here going, okay, so Mike South has an ABN XBiz press release. And then Mike South has a San Francisco newspaper article. And then Mike South has a press release from Isadora Hall. And then he has, is anyone even using PASS? And that's where he talks about Alexa rating. And he actually tries to say that the PASS testing system website is completely horrible, because their Alexa rating is so bad that it makes you assume that one person goes there a day. And yet, we've established that the free speech fucking PASS site is an information site. Once you go there once and get your information, that's it. And it's not meant for the public to go to. It's supposed to be something that a very, very small group of people actually go to use. And if you add up the amount of people that are shooting that are so out of the loop as far as talent and how they get along with talent, who the fuck would really even use that? If I shot a scene and I used named talent that I deal with on a regular basis, I say to them, yo, bro, let me, we need your tests. Oh, you got your test? Okay, Terrell Fox, you show Evan Stone your test. Guys, do the test thing. Okay, now we'll go. Who the fuck is going to go, all right, I'm going to go to PASS. Okay, now I'm going to look up. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. And yet it proves absolutely nothing. Because once again, subterfuge and bullshit. Because how is any of the fact that the PASS database is somehow responsible for Mike South shooting untested talent? How does that factor in the equation? How does the PASS database factor into Mike South being the greatest website in the world? Again, it's just bizarre. It really is just bizarre. It's like, yeah, our website numbers are better than PASS. Well, who the fuck goes to PASS? Like, seriously, like, what mainstream organization goes to PASS? What? If you're a fan of porn, do you go to the PASS database? Do you click on the PASS? Dude, seriously, do you go to fucking FSC PASS? Is this just, it's just retarded. Yeah, I'm going to go to PASS. Yeah, let me see what kind of news is over at the PASS database today. Oh, wow, look at that. AIDS test. Cool. Oh, I need a passcode to log in. Awesome. Okay, wow, I guess I'll never go to this site ever again until the day I fucking die. Who the fuck fuck goes to that site? Who drives traffic to that site? Who promotes that site? It's an industry site that is used by basically outsiders. Because Axel Braun, why would Axel Braun use the pass testing system? Why would anybody from Wicked use it? Think about this. Here's your Wicked set. Hi, I'm Brad Armstrong, and I'm shooting my wife and Asia Akira. Oh, let's go to the pass database. No, he's not going to do that. That makes no fucking sense. Brad Armstrong is not going to go to the pass database to look at Jessica Drake's test and Asia Akira's test. But according to Mike South, they would be. So in turn, their website should be fucking, Alexa rating should be way better. I mean, it's just crazy. What mainstream person, and even when Mike South goes, I know production has been slow, but even at that, the ratings should be better. Again, why? There is not one mainstream person that would ever go to the pass system. So that alone, pass will never, ever have any type of bullshit rating that Mike South says it should have. Just the fact that no outside person would ever have a reason to go there. Just that alone disqualifies them because you're eliminating a section of the population that you will never get. It's like saying voting is open but not to underage people, but yet you're trying to equate underage people into the counting mix of the population, and it doesn't work because you're never going to get the people that are under 18. They don't qualify. So anybody that's not part of the inner circle of porn is never, ever going to go to the pass system. So if Mike South has 1,000 people a day that go to his site that are from mainstream news, they're just from mainstream news, and they go to his site once a day because they heard about it from CNBC. Those 1,000 people are never, ever going to go to pass website. Ever. Never. Never going to get that group of people. Ever. Again, that's like trying to count a block of voting public that is 10 years old and saying they're never going to get past the age of 17 because they're going to fucking stop aging. Mike South is trying to count things that will never happen. He's trying to equate his site, my site, all these people's sites to pass site, which does not ever equate because people will never, ever go to any of our sites because there's no reason. No, I should say they'll never go to the pass sites because there's no reason to. They will always go to our site. Even if you tell them to go to the pass site and go, please just go there once, they'll log on to it and they'll be there for exactly 5 seconds and bounce out and go, why the fuck did I go there? And they will never go there again. Once again, Mike South, the king of subterfuge, the king of bullshit. And you can't get any more than him when it comes to bullshit and subterfuge. It's amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take 1 second so I can pee and boot up the phones. And we're going to come back with Katie Summers and the news that you can use. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back with the beautiful
and charming and beautiful. Did I say beautiful once or twice? I said it 3 times. The ever beautiful, the ever charming, the ever vivacious Katie Summers. And I'm going to take a pee-pee real quick because I have to pee-pee. I got to pee-pee. And when I come back in exactly 2 minutes, we'll be joined by the warm, the fuzzy, the ever beautiful Katie Summers. So, yeah, baby. So, give us, like I said, 2 minutes. And listen to the great, who should we talk to? You know what? Let's listen to Andy Anderson. We did a story on her a little while ago about how she got out of the porn business a couple years ago and joined with Shelley Lubin and talked about porn was bad. She got fucked up in drugs. It made her almost commit suicide. All sorts of wild shit. And recently she just came back. And she's back with Raj T. Pipe, and we did a story on that. And Raj T. Pipe actually tweeted out that I guess we were liars. Again, more people that hate when we bring up the truth, and they get so pissed off at us. And I remember telling Tommy, I go, why would Raj be pissed off at us? The fact of the matter is, she quit porn. She did a bunch of interviews stating how porn is bad, and she almost committed suicide. All these horrible things that happened, and she's glad she's gone. And now, 3 years later, she's back in the business saying she missed everything about the business, and she's ready to fucking start fucking again. And I commented how it makes her incredibly unstable and incredibly retarded. And Raj T. Pipe, I guess, got offended by that. He got offended because we spoke the truth. So here's a bit of Andy Anderson in her era when she was, you know, almost going to commit suicide.
And so now what is your name?
Andy
Andy.
Anderson.
Andy Anderson?
Mm-hmm.
When did you come up with that name, Andy Anderson?
An old agency came up with it.
And like they
I
just,
liked it.
and they were just like, you're gonna be called Andy Anderson?
Pretty much, yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, that's it, Andy Anderson.
I just kept it.
How old are you, Andy Anderson?
21.
21. How long have you been in the business for?
2.5 years off and on.
Really, that long? 2.5 years?
5 months, like, just completely.
Really? Where are you originally from?
I was born in Huntington Beach.
So you were born in California, straight up, not a transplant. So you were born, you were born in Huntington Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a mom and dad, like they're around still?
Yeah, they're really cool. They're funny.
Are they still married?
Yeah.
So
They
they,
know each other since they were in grade school.
and so they're still married. They're not like divorced. You're not a,
normal family.
you're not like a bastard child.
No, not at all.
You got any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I have an 18-year-old brother.
And that's it?
Yeah.
Does he know what you do?
Yeah, he hates it.
Oh, he does?
Mm-hmm.
Does your mom and dad know what you do?
Yeah, they just make jokes about it.
Really? What do they say?
Oh, we're so proud.
And so, like, are they not like phased by it?
No, they are. They think it's funny. They're like, oh, good job.
Really?
Yeah, they help them.
What do they do?
My dad is a vice president at Helpnet, and my mom is an account manager, so they both have good jobs.
So they have like real jobs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know,
Yeah, no, my parents really don't family.
and well, then how the fuck did you like? Yeah.
I just thought it was funny, and I really watched porn, and then I started researching like agencies when I was Katie Downs in my first scene. It was really fun, so came back. I take you don't live at home still. No, I don't live in Hillstone.
When did you move out of?
5 months ago.
So up until 5 months ago, you lived at home.
Yeah, I lived in my house.
So you lived with your mom and dad as of 5 months ago. So when you were doing porn,
I still live at home.
you still lived at home. So like after you would do a scene, would you come back to the house and go, hey mom, I just got gangbanged by 5 black guys.
No, we didn't talk about it. She goes like, oh, your makeup looks nice.
So you wouldn't say like what you did, like you would come home and go, mom, like have you done gangbang before? Like how many guys? 10 guys. Were they all black, all white?
No, they're all white, like Britain or something.
Yeah.
European.
So you're like, okay, so you didn't come home and say, hey mom, I just got gangbanged by 5 or by 10 guys.
No.
So you
After that, I tell her how much I made, and then she's like, oh, I don't even want to know. You have to make that.
Really? So they're kind of, now, your brother hates it, like, super bad?
Yeah, he hates it. He's like, this is disgusting, it's embarrassing and stuff. But it's kind of funny because I was talking to my mom the other day, and she's like, she's like, whatever, do what you need to do, just come back home, go to school, and like, I'll make jokes about it and stuff. Like, my mom will be like, the other parents, like, who's your daughter sponsored in porn? And I'm like, yeah, it is pretty bad.
Yeah.
My mom and dad just like fucking people about it.
Really?
So yeah, that's pretty.
So and your brother hates it though.
Yeah, I'm not.
Do you ever tell your brother, hey, I just had a guy blow his load in my fucking mouth?
Yeah, I don't say it like I just go like, hey, I just like sucked off that. And I'm like, ew.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Does he go to school?
Yeah, that's fun.
Where does he attend school at?
Full summer thing in Northern California.
Does he ever worry that like people would? No, they wouldn't really see you and put 2 and 2 together.
People know where I'm sure I'm like in Northern California is one of those now. It's like a small town,
So they don't live in Huntington Beach anymore?
No, they live up north.
Where's up north?
Living before in Alberta Hills. It's like a really nice little town. It's small. Like a lot of people are like retired from Southern California.
How far is that from here?
6 hours. So I was like, that's where I was working. So I worked with my mom before.
Oh, you worked with you?
So that's Andy Anderson for you guys. That's the girl who had to get out of porn because of all of her suicidal thoughts. But now she's back. So hire her, man. She's real stable. That's a real stable girl for you. All right, let's call the most beautiful girl in the world. Cyanide! Katie Summers, is this you? Katie Summers stuffing her face with peanut butter. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the one, it's the only, it's the most beautiful girl in the world. Katie Summers is here on this April 2nd, 2014, with the news that we can use. Take it away, Katie Summers. So you have helmet head. You have helmet head, and you look like a doll. Oh, I might have to check this out right now. But you always look pretty, Katie Summers. God damn, I got a Malaysian airline jetliner, I think, flying by right now. So I had to shut that fucking door. Let me see Katie Summers right now, because you always look fucking beautiful, Katie Summers. I mean, your beauty surpasses only your voice, because your voice is beautiful all into itself. When I hear that voice, I get warm and fuzzy inside. I'm looking at you right now. You look beautiful. Wow. And you got your beautiful breasts. and there's DVDs behind you. I see DVDs, and I see American flag. You're just scrumptious. You're scrumptious, dilly-lumptious. It's amazing. Anyways, it's the Rob Black Show. And give us some fucking news. I want to be informed today. Give it to me. Give me all you got. Give me all you got. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Rob Black Show, and giving you news that you could use. Katie Summers, the resident doctor on call, has just informed us and wants to pass the word on that if you are a resident in New York, measles are going around. Yes, measles are going around. I haven't heard that word since I think I was 8 years old and living in New York. But measles are going around, and a whole bunch of people got measles. So go get checked, go get tested, go get shots, go get something, motherfucker, or you're going to get measles and you're going to fucking die. So measles, go check it out. Well, I myself, even without the threat of measles, would be cautious and or downright refusing to go on the subways of New York City. If you like the smell of urine and you like to get harassed by homeless people, and depending on which subway train you take, want to fear getting stabbed, I would stay away from the fucking subway in general. Measles or no measles. Wow, and that's a double story in the sense of this: the fact that there was a earthquake in Chile, which provided a tsunami. Listen. Where else could you say the word Chile and tsunami in the same word? Because both of them are awesome words. I love the word tsunami. I love the word tsunami. It sounds like a sushi dish. Like, yeah, can I get 3 tsunami cut rolls? I love it. And Chile, there's nothing better than saying Chile. But those of you who are wondering, a fucking 8.2 earthquake hit Chile. Man, an 8.2. That's like was it an 8.2? .2 earthquake is like, let's fucking destroy the world type of size. I mean, if you think about it, a fiver is what hit Northridge and fucking did all that damage. Can you imagine what a fucking 8.2 earthquake would do? Well, it would create a tsunami. Yeah. And what a tsunami is, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, it's basically a giant tidal wave that basically overcomes the land area and washes everything in its path away. So if getting hit in a fucking earthquake wasn't bad enough, then you got to worry about flying sharks coming at you. And that, I guess, is where they got the word sharknado from. You know, a tornado hitting with a shark in it, and then it fucking bites you. So I'm looking for them to make a new movie called A Shark Tsunami. Shark Sumi. Or, because it's in Chile, and that's over in South America area, they have piranhas. So maybe they could do a piranha tsunami. It'd be the piranha-nami. A piranha-nami. How's that? I like that. A piranha-nami. Fucking, that's pretty good. Piranha-nami. All right. Piranha-nami in Chile, and a bunch of girls that fled prison. I mean, how dangerous could 300 girls in a fucking Chilean prison be? Well, they're probably all there for stealing bread because they're fucking starving because it's a third world country. I can't imagine it's like a fucking, it's like the cast of Air Khan with Nicolas Cage and Ving Rhames, and then it's a bunch of fucking hardcore fucking murdering women. It's got to be a bunch of peasant chicks that were like, I got in trouble for stealing a loaf of bread. Ah! Exactly. I mean, we're not talking about dangerous felons. So, all right, that's the Chilean experience. Let me ask you this, Katie Summers, and I know you don't like to talk about it. Have they found the fucking airplane yet? Please, have they found the fucking airplane? They just today, they were like, hey, guys, we can't find the fucking airplane. We give up. We're done. Fuck them. And that was it. And everybody went, all right, we're done. And they just packed up and left. You know what? I didn't hear that exact. I didn't hear that exact reference, and I definitely didn't hear Anderson Cooper say that. Okay, Anderson Cooper didn't fucking say that. But I didn't hear them say they were giving up looking on the plane. I think you're just saying that so we don't have to talk about where the fucking airplane is. I think you're just wishing that that's what they said, okay? That's what you're... All right, Katie Summers' official response to this of the Malaysian Airlines thing. All right, let's not talk about the fucking missing airplane. Go ahead, Katie Summers, give us some more news that we can use. I'm looking for the picture. I can only call her Pat, right? It's not Pat. All right, let me see if I can find Nori. It's not Pat. Okay, are you sure it's not Pat? So the first name's actually Pat. Well, I can't find this fuck. Okay? Yeah, I'm in fucking Yahoo News. Okay, there is no fucking lifestyles. All stories, news, local, entertainment, sports, lifestyles. Got it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Nothing. I'm not seeing Pat. I see Miley Cyrus. I see Kitchen Beauty Remedies. I see Get the Look, How I Met Your Mother. I see Prom Dress. I see Miracle Drugs. I see Chinese Star. I see 5 Days Until Game of Thrones. I see a sick baby in a Medicare, Nicole Kidman. Exercise parts. Kelly Kukoc. I see nothing. Okay. I did see a story. I don't know if you're going to get to it, but hold on. About, oh God. Hold on. It's weird because my thing, my Yahoo, when I'm looking at stuff, will go real quick. Like when I'm scrolling, this shit will like scroll and then it scrolls forever. And it will go and keep going and keep going and keep going until it can't go, and then it goes more, and then it goes. I see something about AIDS and about prisoners with AIDS and what they were doing, but I don't know where. It just went by so quick. It's like AIDS came in, AIDS came out, AIDS keeps bumping on all about AIDS, AIDS, AIDS. AIDS comes in, AIDS comes out, AIDS stops in and bumping about AIDS, 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 AIDS. Oh, here it is. So it's let me read something to you. See if it's even pertinent. Hold on. Providing drug therapy to HIV positive prison inmates helped a significant number of them achieve suppression of the virus before they were released, a new study finds. HIV patients with so-called viral suppression are less likely to transmit the AIDS-causing virus to others, experts noticed. The study published online March 31st. Fuck, who gives a fuck? See there, it was a lame story, that's why. Okay, go ahead, back to you. Your news is better. I just provided the world with lame news. AIDS! AIDS! Oh, Jesus, I'm looking at this fucking creepy thing. Seriously, why is it, Katie Summers, and you are a girl, and you have dealt with things like this before, why is it that transgender and a lot of lesbians try to make themselves look really ugly. I'm literally looking at this woman and she looks like a character on Walking Dead. She literally looks like a zombie. She looks like a zombie right before they turn. So she looks like one of them zombies right before. She looks like a zombie in the newer zombie movies where they kind of get white and they start to get gaunt, and then all of a sudden the person's like, "Hey, Steve," and they open their eyes and they got the little red eyes. They're like, "Wah!" That's what this fucking lady looks like. She looks like right before you turn into a fucking zombie. This lady's frightening looking. Fuck, man, that is a frightening looking motherfucker, man. Good fucking question. That is a good fucking question, Katie Summers. I don't think we're ever going to know, but that is a good question. Give me some more news I can use that's not about a zombie woman. I think we should make a segment on the show that is just called What Really, Really, Really Bothers Katie Summers. And it just shows pictures of you, and it's like a jingle. What really, 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 really bothers Katie? And you're like, and it's just showing all these like skill shots of you, and then it just goes, and you're like, you know what really bothers me? When you get a girl like Jenna James said, and she's like, blah, 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 and then it ends, and it's like, really, 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 and it's just a whole fucking thing. You're just like, that has nothing to do with anything, but you just wanted to have the forum to tell the world what really, 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 really bothers you. %. I'm just gonna do. We're gonna part of the bits we're doing. We'll incorporate that, and I'll do pictures of you, where there are all these goofy pictures of your face, where you're like, and it'll be like a little montage, and it will be like, what really, 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 really bothers Katie Summers, really, 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 and then it'll go in. And then it ends, and then it goes into you, and you're like, you know what really, 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 really bothers me? And then you just tell everybody what really bothers you. That I'm writing that down on the list of other skits to put together. What really, really, really bothers Katie Summers. Very true, Katie Summers. Give me some more news that I can use. Wow. So San Francisco is voting to raise their minimum wage. And now, is that the city of San Francisco? So if you're an employer in the city of San Francisco, you have to pay your employees minimum wage of 12 something an hour. I got you. It's California City, which is it's in the pricey San Francisco Bay Area, and it's a vote by the city council. I get it. Yeah, yeah. Hey, you know, if they do it and they pull it off, God bless them. And at the end of the day, you know, we could sit here until we're blue in the face talking about minimum wage and raising minimum wage, but let's face it, guys, when you hear people talk about raising minimum wage to $10 and you hear people get all butthurt about it, you realize that $10 an hour over a 40-hour work week is still only $400 a week. You know what that is? That's $1,600 a month. Who the fuck can live on $1,600 a month? Who the fuck can live on $400 a week? Seriously, I mean, that's not a lot of fucking money, but families do it. People do it. And right now, minimum wage is $8. So in theory, minimum wage and what people are living on a week is less than $400. So when you hear people talk about, if you raise minimum wage to $10, you know how many businesses are going to fire people? You know how many people are not going to be able to get jobs because you'll have employers that just won't hire? Bullshit. Okay? Bullshit. You're talking about paying people an extra $60 a head. If you think about it, if you are making $320, $330, $340 a week, and your boss now has to pay you an extra $50 fucking dollars, $60. That means at the end of the week, that boss has to lay out an extra $60. That is fucking nothing. At the end of the week, if the boss has 5 employees and he has to lay out an extra $50 per employee, that's $250 a week. That equals $1,000 a month. If you are in a business and it has 5 employees and you can't afford to lay out an extra $1,000 a month for your workers, then you shouldn't be in fucking business anymore. Because $1,000 extra is not a fucking lot of money, motherfucker. It's not a lot of fucking money. I mean, literally. And if you own a business that has 5 employees and you're fucking getting away with paying them $330 or $340 a week, what are you? Jesus Christ. So this minimum wage talk is really crazy because the amount of money that people are talking about is really not that much money in the grand scheme of things, because most businesses, Katie Summers, that I have encountered, that I've been friends with people that own businesses, most businesses actually pay people more than minimum wage. When I say most businesses, let me reframe that. Most people that I know, okay, that own a business, okay, the people that I know that own a business, rather they're a printing company or rather they're a construction job or anything, even fucking gardeners, most people that I know pay motherfuckers $10 an hour. Because these people are blue-collar workers like myself that know that who the fuck can live on $8 an hour, $7 an hour. $10 an hour is normally a good rate that people get paid. The only people that pay motherfuckers $8 an hour and shit like that are people that work at McDonald's. And go figure, McDonald's, a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And what do? They pay their employees fucking minimum wage and won't let them unionize. I mean, McDonald's are fucking complete scumbags. So when you hear people say you're going to hurt small business, that's bullshit, because most small business actually pays their employees more than minimum wage. It's big business that takes advantage of the little people. I mean, for Christ's sakes, BJ's, the wholesale house, Costco. Costco doesn't pay their employees fucking minimum wage. They pay them more than minimum wage. So it's the fucking big corporations like McDonald's, people like that are fucking paying their fucking employees a fucking minimum wage. And in some places, if they can get away with less, they pay them less. The small business, very rarely do you hear small business paying their employees minimum wage. Most small businesses that I've ever met all pay their employees $10 an hour, $9 an hour. That's just my experience. Most of the big corporations are the ones that pay their employees minimum wage and less. So these laws are really based for the corporations. They're not based for small business. But yet Republicans will use the concept that it hurts small business to raise minimum wage, which is a fucking lie. Because small business actually takes care of their employees. Again, if you're a small business and you have 5 or 6 employees, chances are you actually know them a lot more than just somebody on an assembly line or some guy that's working a fryer. You actually know these people. You have somebody that opens, somebody that closes. You have these things, and chances are these people are actually making more than $7.38 an hour. Most of these people, you pay them $10. You know, when you go to a boutique or a clothing store, most of those people in those clothing stores and boutiques, these small independent shops, they're making more than fucking $7 and $8 an hour. That's a fucking fact. It's a fucking fact. So the concept that it hurts small business is bullshit. And what it hits is big corporations, and big corporations are against it because Republicans are in the pockets of big corporation. End of story. Next! Well, I mean, Jesus Christ, I even think Starbucks employees make more than fucking minimum wage. Seriously. You know, so again, Starbucks, you know, is a big corporation, but yet the stores are small and they're serving people fucking coffee, but they pay their employees more than minimum wage. Again, all this minimum wage stuff is really, it's the big corporations, the motherfuckers like your fucking Yum Yum and your Taco Bells, these branches that basically make their their bread and butter on having fucking almost slave labor. That's what they do. And these are the guys that are able to go and make and take home a $70 million fucking bonus. And you're like, really, man? You can't take $20 million out of your $70 million bonus and throw it back to your fucking employees? So it's crazy. Again, when you see these corporations and they take home these huge bonuses, that's how you got to look at it. Don't look at it on cost of goods. Look at it as the fucking tax return. It's kind of like a small business. When a small business owner goes, on my tax returns this year, I took home $575,000. That's what I fucking took home. And in the grand scheme of things, you're saying to him, hey, bro, will you take $30,000 out of your $575 and give back to your employees? When you put it that way, $30,000 out of $500,000 to put back to your employees, to give them a better life, to have a better work environment, to have them work harder, work better, work more productive, it's really hideous. It's nothing. It's bullshit. And that's how you look at it, but people don't look at it that way. Same thing with those big corporations. When you say to a McDonald's Corp or someone like that, and the CEO takes home $65 million in a bonus, and you say, hey, bro, what if you kick back $15 million of your 65, gave it to the employees? Well, when you put it that way, it's not a lot of fucking money to that CEO, but that $15 million spread out to those employees makes a difference because it takes them from $7 an hour to $10 an hour. And that fucking extra $60, $70, $80 a week enables them to go out and buy their kid a football. Goes out and gives that employee a chance to buy a new shirt, buy new shoes, which stimulates the economy and makes the world run better. There's philosophy of trickle-up economics. Thank you very much. It's the Rob Black Show. Fuck you! it's 3 o'clock, and my question would be, what story do you want to go out on? You want to go out on a up, or do you want to go out on a down? Do you want to go out on a high, or do you want to go out on a low? Yes. Yes, I remember seeing that last night, and I fell asleep watching that story. And it's amazing that the guy or the kid or whoever the fuck he is still alive and did not fucking die from having a chainsaw basically saw him in almost half. So that's amazing, and I guess one could say he is extremely lucky. Oh yeah, definitely. If his buddies would have took the chainsaw out, he would have. He definitely would have died. It's almost as if the chainsaw was kind of stopping everything from. Almost like the chainsaw was stopping everything from like falling apart and him bleeding out and dying. So. And that was good of them. I don't know if they did it based on knowing this information or if they just did it on the fact of what the fuck do you do when your buddy has got a fucking chainsaw that's like and it's like stuck and you're like, oh fuck! Like who the fuck is gonna sit there and be like, all right, Bob, let me pull this fucking chain. I'd be like, oh shit. Are you alive? Motherfucker, be like, yeah! But we better take you to a fucking hospital, man. Just don't touch nothing. It's like, let's go. It'd be like, motherfucker, getting into the fucking car. Motherfucker's like this. And I could just see the people, like, looking at each other going, who's going to put him into the car? It's like, dude, I got leather, okay? I got leather. And my shit just got clean. I can't have this motherfucker in the fucking car right now. Mine, but you. And it's like, you got leather. I got upholstery. Oh, fuck my shit up. We need to go to the leather. And he's like, oh, fuck. All right, man. Come on. But my wife is going to be pissed. And then they put him in the car, and then the part of the chainsaw kicks the leather and gets a big gouge. And the guy's like, God damn, man. Fuck. You fucking ripped the goddamn leather. And his buddy's just like, I'm sorry, man. I owe you $40 for that. We'll get the patch kit I saw on the infomercial. That's all I can imagine. How do you fucking react when your buddy's got a fucking chainsaw to stick it? He's just like this. Hey, man, you got to take, because you know in this type of situation, you know everybody was calm to an extent where the guy was probably like in shock. But like I said, that chainsaw, because it was probably hot as fuck from cutting trees, so it almost like it coagulated and almost acted as a almost as cauterizing the cut, the wound. So it was almost like the chainsaw got infused into him, where he's just like, hey guys, it's kind of like when you hear the stories of a person who gets like a fucking like a pole stuck in their head, or they get like a pole stuck in their body, and they live, and they're like, yeah, man, today was, you know, hit the head with a hatchet, and he just got in his car and drove to the hospital. I mean, there's been stories like that. And the guy like walked, and I got into a fight. My buddy stuck this axe in my head, and so definitely lived because nobody touched it. And like I said, everybody was calm and cool. Like, we got to take you to a hospital. And he was like, cool, let's go. Well, I'll go. I'll agree with you. Damn it. I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Kate Summers, that's it. It's 3:09 p.m. It's time to go. That was the news we could use. Tell everybody where you're going, what you're doing. Tell everybody about your beautiful self. Thank you. Talk to you later, Kate Summers. That was it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was beautiful and talented Katie Summers with the news that we can use. Yes, it was. All right, guys, it is 3:10 p.m. and we're going to be signing off here in a minute because it's time to leave. We're done for today. And, of course, we'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. Yes, 8 p.m. That's when we'll be back tonight, at 8 p.m. So, see us tonight at 8 p.m. And in closing, while we were doing the news, Tom Byron hit me up with some factual information. And of course, we're always factual it's everybody else that is completely full of shit. So Tom Byron and what Tommy B did was during our news broadcast, he went back a week or so ago and listened and went over the broadcast where we talked about advertising at XRCO Awards Show. And when we talked about being a sponsor. And during that program, we read off the sponsors. And now let me give you the facts, ladies and gentlemen, because once again, Dirty Bob, XRCO, and Bill Margold will not give you facts. All they will do is insult and come up with lies, and that's good enough for them. Here are the sponsors that were part of the day that we sent out an email to Dirty Bob and to Bill Margold. Wicked, Vivid, IAFD, Axel Productions, and Pipeline Media. There was no Girlfriend Films / B Scout, and there was no Jules Jordan. So, during this grieving time of Dirty Bob, when he was caring for his people to do business with B Scout and Girlfriend Films and Jules Jordan. But for Tom Byron, he wasn't able to do business. No. Wasn't business. And when he finally got around to hitting Tom Byron back, he informed him that all the sponsorships were filled. Red carpet was filled. Everything was filled. But yet, Tom Byron, long before this, B Scout and Jules Jordan. So once again, the boys at XRCO and Bill Maher talk a game, but when they're put on blast, guess what? They bitch out like little cunts. So next time you want to open your mouth, XRCO, why don't you back your shit up, okay? When you call motherfuckers out to go to your fucking award show and motherfuckers pull out the fucking fossils and say, motherfucker, bring it. Don't fucking backpedal and come up with a bunch of bullshit lies. Because that's exactly what you two motherfuckers did. Bunch of punk-ass bitches. Fucking punk-ass bitches. So, Bill Margold, keep your fucking lies up, okay? Why don't you fucking actually state and answer some real fucking questions, you fucking bitch? Fucking punk-ass bitches. Dirty Bob, you're a fucking lying punk-ass bitch. You fucking people want to call the fuckers out, and when the fucking big dogs show up, you fucking cry like little bitches. Little fucking bitches. Fucking cunts. It's the Rob Black Show. We'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. And tune in at 3:30 for Monica Foster, a.k.a. Alexandra, baby. And get ready for a little walk, not on the wild side, where the colored girls say, doo, 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 doo. No. Get ready to walk on the dark side, where the colored girls scream and yell and put motherfuckers on blast. It's the Rob Black Show. And get ready at 3:30 for the Monica Foster, a.k.a. Alexandra Show. And we'll see you guys tonight at 8 p.m. as always, kicking ass. And speaking nothing but the truth!